Republic welcome in.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise now and
visiting
your hats and welcome Davis Legacy
opener last week. Meanwhile, Sacramento with a solid start to the campaign with 7 points. Tonight's match brought to you by UC Davis Health. Alongside former MLS defender Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. Republic with 7 goals after 4 weeks. Kevin, let's take a look what has worked so well in these early starts.
Rob, what's worked well so far in the attacking third has been the flank play. From the moment Sam Warner came into the first match as a substitute, things out wide improved. You got great first touches, and more importantly, it creates better, more crisp runs in the box that lead to great goals like we see with Hansapolis right now. Also, the one thing you don't typically see, or we haven't seen, is that supporting run. Like we see Sam Warner right here in that far post position, being up and proactive in the final third. Typically leads to good opportunities for good chances like we see right here with a great goal by Sam Warner.
Well, they're going to need it here tonight. Here is a stout defensive side that has a lot of MLS experience on the visitor side. It's Austin, it's Sacramento. Should have a good one here in the capital of California. Don't go anywhere. Starting 11s are coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to center pitch. This is an incredibly exciting time for your Republic FC and our city. We've had a big week, and we've got another one coming up. Please join me in welcoming a group of individuals who have been instrumental in the latest developments in our efforts to bring MLS to Sacramento. Director, Downtown Sacramento Partnership. Mike Testa, President and CEO, Visit Sacramento. Emily Bain Michaels, Executive Director, Midtown Association. Barry Room, President and CEO, Greater Sacramento Economic Council. Ben Gumper, President and COO of the Republic FC.
Rob McAllister, welcome back to continue on the pregame show. Let's take a look at our Consolidated Communications matchup of the evening. And we begin with the red-hot Cameron Iwasa. 5 goals, one of the tops in all of USL Championship, Kevin.
Definitely getting this season, this campaign off to a good start. A couple of penalties to add to that, but really calmly finished. But just played really well all around. Back to goal, distribution. Wonderful start to the season so far.
The local kid is having a year, no doubt about it. Let's take a look for the Austin Bold. And we go with the man who scored all their goals, 2 on the season. And it's Kleber, the Brazilian, the 35-year-old ageless wonder, continues to perform for his new side.
Yeah, Kleber, really, really talented. Good guy, good ball, good with the ball at his feet, and can really kind of contribute and help people around him get a lot better. And not to mention, the guy can finish with the best of them. So someone Sacramento's got to keep an eye on. Always finds himself in the right positions all the time.
Let's take a look at our starting lineups now, brought to you by Jiffy Lube Multi-Care. We begin with the Republic, and making his Sacramento debut for the Republic, Jordan Mccreary, the 25-year-old from Marietta, Georgia. Most recently at the Seattle Sounders MLS side. Big addition for this club in top television.
Yeah, big addition. I think there's a lot of high expectations and hope for Jordan Mccreary. Been filling that left back spot that's been a bit of a troublesome position for Sacramento for the last probably 12 to 18 months. See how he performs here on his debut.
Should be exciting. Let's take a look on the other side, and another local product that you may remember, Amobi Opoku for Austin Bold in the center back position. the 6th overall pick back in 2010 for the Philadelphia Union, but raised right up the street here and ran with the Rio Americano just a few miles away.
Yeah, what a talent Amobi is. Also, not to mention in the midfield, number 5, Marcelo Cerrado, another ageless wonder for Austin. Really, really calm, composed player in the middle of the park that kind of holds that down, is a bit of a bulldog in there.
We are about to get things going. The head coach, Simon Elliott, is long, and that is leading the way for the Republic in his 2nd season, 22-9-10. Meanwhile, for the Austin Bold, it's Marcelo Cerrado, former Brazilian professional, is leading Austin in their inaugural season here. They come in a record 1-1-1, 4 points overall. The Republic here at home have been good so far. The 2-1-1 record on the year, 7 points, currently 5th in the Western Conference standings. We've got a great atmosphere here tonight at Papa Murphy's Park. Should be a good one. Kevin, we've got 2 teams who have some talent. On the other side, you look at Austin Bold, they've got experience. Republic a bit younger. Could be a battle here between an offensive attack like Cameron Iwasa versus a defensive team that is one of the stingiest in all of USL Championship.
Yeah, I think one of the big storylines here, at least in my opinion, is Austin being a team new to the league this year. So it's an expansion franchise. How well were they able to put this team together, and how quickly is this team going to be able to mold and gel together? And from what we've seen so far, Rob, I think Austin looks really good. They can play, they can move the ball, they defend well. So kudos to them so far this first third of the season, first quarter of the season, for putting a good team on, out on the pitch.
Well, they addressed the net issue in the visitors. Diego Restrepo's goal there. Let's take a look at your Chevy keys to the match, brought to you by Greater Sacramento Area Chevy Dealers.
So what we talked about in this pregame is the wide play. How often Sacramento is able to get the ball down the flank, good balls in the box, which always lead to great runs, which then lead to more balls served in the box. It's just this animal that feeds itself, and so far Sacramento's done a great job on the flanks, get good balls in the box. Need to continue to do that here tonight. And also, they got to take their chances. We saw last week with the Skundrich miss right in front of the goal, and then there goes Tacoma back down the pitch and scores another goal. So you got to take your chance when it's presented. Take your chance here tonight. I think it's going to be a huge part. And also, 1-2 touch, move the ball quickly. For Sacramento, I think that's vital for them to get that ball out wide and then get good balls in the box. 1-2 touch, move the ball quickly.
Whistle blows. Here we go from Sacramento. Ray Sari and company heading to the north end of the field, and they get things going. Villian Bajev back in the starting lineup, looking for a cutting Cameron Iwasa, who also grew up just up the road, went to neighboring Jesuit High School, so it should be a fun match between 2 local products, Okogu and Iwasa. Meanwhile, on the right side, Promise Isaac. He is a sturdy young fella who is another player, 6 players now over the age of 31 in the starting lineup for this Austin team, something that is a bit rare for the USL Championship level. Fabian Garcia getting his first start of the season at the right back position, after Sion McFarland was given a 1-game suspension for a tackle that he made in the win over San Antonio last Saturday in their home opener. 1-0 victory behind a Kleber goal late in the match. Deep throw into the 18, and there is a first touch from Jordan Mccreary in a Republic uniform.
Yeah, losing McFarland's a big loss for Austin. One of those guys, probably the most dynamic player, at least what we've seen over the last few weeks. Who's going to fill those shoes for Austin tonight?
Republic employing a 4-1-2-3 essentially, and you'll have Ray Sari kind of tucked in behind. You'll have Skundrich going box to box. Interesting to see how they play with Jordan Mccreary. Here's Blackwood, little chip over the top. Easy play for Diego Restrepo, the 31-year-old from Miami, who has been one of the best USL Championship goalkeepers in the last several years. Of course, won Goalkeeper of the Year in 2017. But it was just last season, Kevin, that was a heartache for the Republic attack, who had 31 shots, and it was Diego Restrepo who shut out the Sacramento Republic in a 1-0 victory for then San Antonio FC.
Sacramento fans should remember the Restrepo name. That game was absolutely unbelievable. Restrepo standing on his head.
He has started all 4 matches now for the Austin Bold. Along that left side, Diviati working inside to Promise as Isaac looks to make a turn. And here's Kleber tucking in. Jordan Mccreary with a quick touch. Another Frenchman and Garcia, 2 out on that left and right back position for Austin Bolt, getting the start tonight.
It's well done by Ray Sari. Wins possession, slows it down a little bit, tries to break, realizes it's not on, and keeps the ball as Sacramento retained possession. I think a very, very smart play there by Ray Sari here early in this match.
So Jordan Mccreary in, that means one of the center backs who was getting the start, Hansopoulos, Tainter Kanan, had to go to the bench. Little dump off, and down goes Mccreary. Back to Blackwood. So Hansopoulos, the odd man out. Skundrich. Sorry. Look to switch the field, looking for Villian Bajev. Republic coming off a 2-1 defeat against the Tacoma Defiance on Monday night in a match where 10 MLS contract players started the game for Tacoma, coming in the partnership with the Seattle Sounders. And a bad throw in there from the right side. Shannon Gomez looking for Jaime Villarreal, but Jaime was a bright spot in that game, and you saw when healthy what he can do. His ability to switch the field really helps this Republic attack, and it's interesting to see how he'll fit with this trio here. That's been one hard spot for Simon Elliott, trying to figure out exactly what combination works, but Jaime looked really good on Monday night.
Yeah, let's see where he's going to play to. It looks like he's kind of be on the top of that diamond between Skundrich, Sari, and Villarreal. So more higher up the pitch than what we normally see, and we'll see if he can contribute in that position, and that means he's got to be the one that's playing the ball forward, finding seams, and springing guys like Cam Iwasa going forward, attacking-wise.
Quick touch, combination, running into Saragosa was Iwasa, no whistle. Saragosa going to be slow to get up. It'll be Garcia now on the right side. Peeling back is Troncoso.
You know, the one, see this ball get served in.
Deep cross, easy play for Shannon Gomez, who's going to fumble just a bit, a rare mistake from Gomez.
No, you say easy play. That's really, really difficult for an outside back. The ball's being played along. You got your face to your own goal. You don't really know necessarily what's behind you. You got to make the decision, do I hook it out for a corner? But, you know, decent play right there by Shannon Gomez. Really difficult for an outside back to deal with those balls. But the one, what I was saying, Rob, is the one tactical thing here that's different for Sacramento Republic here tonight is you don't have Bonomo in the match. You've got now, which leads to a Cam Iwasa playing much higher up the pitch than what he was playing early in the season so far. In the first few games, I think Cam's done a fantastic job playing withdrawn with Bonomo up front, doing all the hard work, chasing everyone down, being a little bit of a target player, which allowed a lot of space for Cam Iwasa. And when Cam has space, he's super effective. So interesting to see Bonomo sit on the bench here tonight. And let's see how effective Cam Iwasa is going to be while he's playing that target sort of point striker tonight.
Part of that decision was to see whether or not Blackwood could get working along, and I think they want to see whether or not they could get Jordan Mccreary in. So don't be surprised if number 17, Tyler Blackwood, tucks in a bit, and a late foul coming from our referee tonight is Kalen Radosov. And Ray Sari a bit displeased, but you're interesting, we've seen a variety of lineups in these first few weeks, very unlikely from Simon Elliott just a year ago when it was a pretty steady lineup week in and week out. You feel like he has the depth this year, and guys are going to be challenging each of the other 4 positions and starting positions, I said, each and every week.
You know, I think also as a manager right now, it's still pretty early in the season, and you're trying to find that perfect lineup where you're thinking, you know what, maybe we could be a little bit better out wide. Maybe we can better up front, and so changes happen. Maybe we can be better in the back with Hansopoulos sitting on the bench here tonight. So he's tinkering a bit, and I think that's a normal thing for a manager to do early in the season. And I doubt, you know, unless things just really start to kick off for Sacramento, once that happens, that's when you start to see the changes slow down.
Jermaine Taylor spraying it wide to the left side, looking for a quick angling cross back. Dekel Kanan to the head.
Great ball in the box. Love that with the left foot.
And DiViardi coming off a devastating Achilles injury. He was drafted originally by Minnesota and played the 2017 preseason and then went down with that Achilles in March. And it's just now working his way back in, but you can see the skill level and a player likely destined for MLS soon. So we talk about Stefano Bonomo now being out. What does that mean for Villian Bajev and Tyler Blackwood and what they have to do to create, to essentially get those goal scoring opportunities that Cam was getting in the first 4 matches?
I don't think it really changes too much for your outside, your flank play with Bajev and Blackwood. I think the most important, the biggest change you're going to see is with Cam Iwasa. As a wide player, like you mentioned, Bajev as well as Blackwood. Their job still, get up the flank, get balls in the box, and hopefully the runs are going to be there. So for them, I don't think that tactical decision changes their game tonight that as much as it would for a guy like Kamawasa and Jaime Villarreal.
Prior to throw, finds Owasu. Switch it up. To the feet of Bajev. Bajev, partially deflected, will be the game's first corner kick.
Looks like it must have come off of
Did it last, maybe
Villarreal running through.
Okay, so Villarreal last touch. So we will not have the game's first corner kick. Jaime went down for the season after breaking his foot against his former team in a 4-1 defeat. And what a devastating loss that was. Club's morale is the worst loss of the year, and then to lose their starting midfielder who was starting to hit his stride. But here he's back, worked his way in. Kevin Olliman as well, getting some significant time on Monday. The depth of this team and how thin they were in 2018, Kevin, surprising that they ended up in second place. And here's a bit of a misstep. Chance for Austin, cannot convert it. Now it's back in the midfield again. Zaragoza. Tanner Clifton and Mccreary. Pretty obvious, pretty early though here, Kevin. A team like Austin and the experience that they have, not only MLS games under their belt, but many of these guys have played overseas in Brazil and Ukraine and Europe. They're a quality side. They went quick touch, defend well, they're compact, their shape looks good already in this 4-4-2.
Yeah, I think what that leads to typically with that, veteran sort of personnel out there is you're going to see a very organized team that's not going to be rattled too easily. Whether they go down a goal or go up a goal, I think it's going to be pretty steady play, pretty consistent play.
They like to hold possession, not a prolific scoring team by any means. Number 9 there, just Kleber, the only 2 goals on the season. Here's a chance for Isaac in the middle of the park. Sari is chasing, trying to send it over Josh Cohen's head in a near mistake and sailed to the right of him, and it remains locked at 0.
If that ball's on target, I think it causes Josh Cohen a lot of issues. Don't mind that. If you're an Austin fan right there, take a chance. Keep Josh Cohen honest. He's not going to forget about that for the rest of the match. I guarantee it, Rob.
Prairie battling. Bodies falling. No whistle coming. Prairie right back up on his feet. His athletic ability is something else. And now a couple of words coming from Marcelo Cerrado, the 37-year-old who continues to play this game. And he, one time, was playing with Todd Donovan in LA. And of course, Todd, now the general manager here for the Republic. Zaragoza continuing to play on. Pretty remarkable, Kevin. Zaragoza's been playing quite a bit of years. Since the age of 12, he started playing in Brazil professionally. Tainter keeps it low for Jaime. Looking for some space. It'll be Sari. Now back to Villarreal. Opportunity building for the Republic. Here's Blackwood left side. Looks to cut it in. We'll send a low cross. Nobody there. As Austin Bulls continues to stay compact. Now it'll be Gomez to give it a ride. Selling out was Jermaine Taylor, another MLS stalwart. Found his way to Houston just about the season after you in 2011 there, Kevin.
Has had a good career as well. But good job by Sacramento. Really like Jaime Villarreal right there, playing the ball and moving quickly and penetrating in, trying to find Tyler Blackwood. Ooh, that's dangerous.
And that's a dangerous tackle, and will be a card coming likely for Kleber.
That's bad.
And that's, looks like the referee, Kalen Radosov, does have a yellow card in his hand, and Mitchell Tainter is holding that right ankle, and it does not look good.
This is it.
That's almost a borderline red card, the way that he went in.
That's a red in my mind, no doubt about it. Look how high and above the ball he comes, studs up. I think it's just, I don't know how much intent it looks like there. Immediately he's putting his hand up, but still. Kleber, lucky, very fortunate not to be shown a red here early in this match, as that was incredibly dangerous. And lucky Tainter's back up, walking it off. But one of those, you'll be feeling that tomorrow morning. Mitchell Tainter when you wake up, Rob.
Would have completely flipped the script here for Austin with their #1 striker out of the match. Lucky enough just to receive a yellow here.
For the pace.
Diego Restrepo has allowed 3 goals on the year. 2 of them against Reno and Brian Brown. It was Kleber who put this team up. 1 goal to none early on in that game in Reno. And now it's Bijev on the break, looking for a trail. Okogu able to get to it.
Cam and Bijev not on the same page. I don't mind that ball from, unlucky foul there. But I like that ball. Don't mind it from Bijev. Just trying to catch kind of that back shoulder of the center backs and see if Cam Watson was on the same page. He might have had a good opportunity to take a touch and have a strike.
Declan Kane whistled for the foul. The captain for the Republic here this evening from FC Cincinnati a season ago. Republic FC have released the new stadium renderings and gearing up for a pivotal vote on the stadium term sheet on Tuesday, April 9th. Join the Republic and community members downtown at City Hall, 4 o'clock, to show support for the ongoing efforts to bring MLS to Sacramento. Again, that is Tuesday, April 9th at 4 o'clock. To the foot of Isaac, sprayed out, back again. Opportunity coming here.
Good patient defending by Declan Kane right there. Not diving in, working his feet.
Samaritan was able to bring it down, but unable to have a good look on goal, and it was Declan Kane who stepped in quickly. Opportunity deflected. Looking for Kleber with a header, and it's over the top. And O's and ahs coming from the crowd here as it just missed.
Looks like Josh Cohen kind of catches his upper body on the pole, the post as well, but good job by Kleber right there. I like that kind of opportunistic striker. You finding that deflected ball, put yourself in a good position to get there first. Just over the bar. But a good effort by Austin.
First quality look coming in the 15th minute of play here at Papa Murphy's Park. Kleber most recently in Brazil's where he played, but it really broke out of his career in the late 20s, in his late 20s. While in Ukraine, scoring 37 goals in about 100+ appearances. Tainter has to go back and track, but a dangerous opportunity here is coming clean. It's Kleber in the mid. Now it's Sacramento. Laying it forward for Baez. Baez along that touchline, battling, and a whistle comes late.
Well done by Skundrich. Just battling a corner, almost a little bit too aggressive. Could have been called for a foul pretty easily, but does a good job, gets that ball, and is able to draw a foul for Sacramento to get themselves out of pressure.
Simon Elliott, Todd Donovan, they love Skundrich's work rate. He goes box to box, gives it his all. And you mentioned the pregame, just that opportunity he had to make it a game's first goal for the Republic, and ended up somehow missing, which he probably has lost at least a night of sleep over.
It's one of those harder to miss that shot than it is to make it.
Yeah, it would have tied the match at the time. And then Will Bruin goes down and scores, and it's 2-0. But Sacramento did have majority of the chances against Tacoma. And Simon Elliott praised his team and said, you know, we really liked how they fought back being down 2-0. Showed a lot of character. But said it's tough when you don't get a result, even when you feel like you've created quite a few chances, just too little too late. Baez goes down. Still a scrum for it, leaving it for somebody. And it will be Real for a moment. Back to Sarrington. Playing it forward. It's Kleber. Austin looking to maintain possession. They'll switch the field to Garcia. Coming on just beyond the 18. Back to Garcia again. He's going to go with the left foot, deflected. And Mccreary will get a toe on it.
Good defensive work by Sacramento. You got Tyler Blackwood working defensively. He gets himself back there, decent tackle. Good effort there by Sacramento. Good work rate.
And Austin is not the flashiest of teams, Kevin. I know you watch a match like we had here against OKC. It's 4-1 at the break. A lot of up and down, a lot of goal scoring opportunities. You're not going to get that here tonight with Austin. So how do you break through if you're Sacramento?
Patience. You just got to be patient. Like I said earlier, you got a team that's got some veteran players with a lot of experience under their belt. You know they're not going to get complacent. They're not going to take silly chances. And they're going to be organized. So you got to have patience. You got to work the ball, try to catch somebody out, maybe a quick turnover in that, you know, in your final third, and nick the ball off them and go. But other than that, it's got to be patient. You can't start forcing balls like that. It's not a terrible ball, to be honest, but once you start forcing things in, it makes it so much easier if you're Austin to defend. You're kind of playing into that trap that they're trying to set.
It's very much like a San Antonio FC model, and we saw that last couple of years. And you just figure it's going to be scoreless draw, 1-0, and you're likely not going to have 2 or 3 goals in the match. Riel finding Iwasa, comes back toward the center circle.
Had an opportunity to turn the other way. Can did, I think.
You heard your patience preach and decided to hold it up a bit.
Can't be too patient, though.
Yeah, too patient.
Fine line.
Patient, but not too patient.
It's a fine line.
Bajev in that right flank. Skundrich.
That's what's funny about this game, Rob, is the patience line specifically.
Here's Mccreary. He's got plenty of space. Looking for Blackwood, who's making his run, maybe trying to sneak it into Iwasa. A little back heel from Mccreary, and it'll be a goal kick coming up for Austin Bold.
But that patience line, it's, you know, every situation, that line of where being patient and not patient, it varies in every situation. And so it's hard to kind of target and peg where that's going to be and what you should do. But that's where good players separate themselves, or great players, excuse me, separate themselves from good players. They know in every situation, what's the right risk I can take here? What's the reward? I mean, those are the situations, and those are the split-second situation or decisions that these players make. And that's what separates, you know, the Messis of the world from the rest of everyone else.
Sorry, putting it into space. Onside is Bajev, making a decent run. Cam will peel off, just not able to track it down before it crosses the line. So
that's unfortunate for Sacramento. That's a really good look. Good idea by Ray. Sorry, just a little bit too much. And you see that ball take a skip off the turf, off the pitch. It's unlucky he doesn't check a little bit, but good idea by Sacramento. Execution just wasn't there.
Sorry, being tracked by Isaac from the backside. He'll find Gomez on the right wing. Tucked in is Bajev. He'll retreat. Forward is Blackwood. Somebody needs to make a run. Back post looking for Skundrich. And it'll be headed away, and it should be a corner kick, and it is. First corner kick of the night brought to you by Smile Generation, and likely Jaime Villarreal over this.
Good work there. Good work rate by Skundrich. We talk about him, how he's not the box-to-box midfielder. At least what Todd said, he's a 6-yard to 6-yard sort of midfielder that always takes that, you know, little bit extra. And you see right there, getting himself involved in the attack, earns a corner kick.
Villarreal lofting back, headed in, deflected by Taylor. Still in play for Sacramento. Austin trying to escape this. It's Tyler Blackwood to the feet of Jaime Villarreal, just slipped right through. And it will concede another corner kick for Sacramento. Way to stay with it for the Republic, but good defending by Austin again.
Yeah, last 2 services have been subpar. Let's see if we can get a good ball whipped in the box here.
Deco Cannon will come near post.
And you see all the Republic just collapse in that 6-yard box.
Ball back again, Restrepo. May have been a foul in the box anyway. But look at this, Austin looking to counter. Working in stride. Troncoso playing it forward, gets behind Gomez. Flag goes up offside. Troncoso on that corner kick just started to leak back and force Mccreary and Gomez to come all the way back with him.
That's a really good job by Restrepo. That's where it starts. He comes out, there's a foul, catches the ball cleanly, is smart enough and intelligent enough to put that ball down quickly and get it going and try to get a counterattack started. I think Sacramento's got to be a little more tuned in with that too. Someone around Restrepo's got to get in his way, and can't let that happen.
Into space again, they're working that right side hard.
Great job. Wonderful runs. There's 3 guys crashing the box. You got Skundrich, you have Jaime Villarreal as well as Kamawasa, and then a trailer of Tyler Blackwood. Not the best ball by Bijev, but still wonderful, wonderful ability there for Sacramento. Getting 3 bodies in the box and having a trailing run.
Another Smile Generation corner kick. It will be Bijev this time. Villarreal playing as a likely short corner here. Skundrich and company for the Republic, pushing closer to the 6. Bijev will play it short.
That ball's got to be, needs to be held. You got to retain possession.
Isaac, for his size and age, he does have still a bit of pace.
See, that's just, I think, Shannon Gomez just being a little bit too impatient right there. You break the counter, you stop the counterattack, and you just hoof a ball back in and create another counterattack opportunity for Austin. I think he's being a little more patient, try to hold the ball. Or if you're going to miss right there, Rob, you got to miss long.
It's interesting is how much chasing tonight Jaime Villarreal is doing. He's without Bonomo in the match.
I mean, look how high he's playing. We've never seen Jaime play this high.
And Kleber whistle for the foul. Good play there by Mitchell Tainer to draw the foul.
And Kleber's got to be careful. You've seen him. He's not afraid to mix it up.
Does have a yellow card issued in 12th after going hard on Mitchell Tainer, and likely could have seen red with his boots up and took to the right ankle of Mitchell Tainer. Remains in the match and lucky to stay on the pitch. It would have been a big blow to the Austin Bold. Good shield here from Cameron Owasa. Now he's looking to find Blackwood and making a run. Here comes Bijev. DiViardi able to break it up and get right back to his feet and try to retain possession for Austin.
It's a wonderful tackle.
DiViardi just 25 years of age and a Frenchman. We said earlier, he is a talented player. Injury set him back, and now Declan Caden's getting a talking to by the referee Colin Radoso.
This is like, talking to Declan Caden about too many fouls, too frequent of fouls. And I mean, Kleber's absolutely destroyed Mitchell Tainer. Yes, he did get a caution for it, but you saw him again once a minute ago. Another foul, and there's no discussion on that.
Gomez against Baez. Be a throw for the Republic. Coming from Isaac, the pressure from the backside. Mccreary wants to come to this side, see if they can test this side of Zaragoza and Garcia. And it's been really along that right side where the Republic have funneled just about everything offensively. Kanan into the middle.
It's a tough ball.
Not much room to go. And here's Austin. Putting a little bit of pressure. They're trying to get you to work left, right.
They're organized right now. They're doing a really good job of making it difficult for Sacramento. And that's what I talked about early in my keys of the match. It's 1- and 2-touch play. You got to be patient. You got to move the ball and try to break them down.
Into the space, Garcia, Restrepo giving chase, and he's going to shield Blackwood into the ad boards. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the finest leagues in the world. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, visit selectsportamerica.com. Sorry, Kleber. Well done to the right side. Garcia going to send a deep cross in, looking for Isaac. Said his name a couple of times tonight, but have not stated so publicly. The congratulations to Todd Dunovitz for being nominated to the 2019 National Soccer Hall of Fame. U.S. Soccer Federation making that announcement earlier in the week, and what a resume Dunovit has had for his 5 MLS Cups with LA Galaxy, U.S. Open Cup, Supporter Shields as well to boot, even making an appearance on the men's national team, and all around a really great guy, and has done a nice job. Not only what we saw to NASL and the Deltas in San Francisco 2 years ago, but here's what he's done to the Republic as well. Congratulations to Todd for being nominated. Talking to him, he just said he doesn't want the announcement to come too soon that he hasn't made. He wants to soak it in a little bit. Cheeky little back heel from Villarreal. Here's an opportunity for Iwasa, broken up by the Austin Bold, and it's Jermaine Taylor who comes in and saves the day for Austin.
It looks like Cam just didn't take the right angle at that ball. I thought you could have had an opportunity at least to get his toe on it, but a wonderful little flick there by Jaime Villarreal and a great run by Cam Iwasa. Even better defending on that backside, I think, from Jermaine Taylor, breaking that up.
At one point where you and Todd even traded for each other?
Yes. Todd and I switched lives.
And it would have been your Hall of Fame nomination had it not been for that trade,
yeah,
right?
One trade. That's exactly what did it. I'll blame it on that.
You got to hold on to something. It'll be a good story 20 years from now.
Yeah. No, Todd and I were traded for each other I was in Toronto, he was in New York. We literally switched rooms, switched lives, played the same position. Todd obviously has a little bit better resume than I do. But congrats to Todd, well-deserved. And one of those people that you love seeing accolades given to him. So humble.
Ooh. And a hard tackle coming on that right side. And Jordan Mccreary, who had worked himself back into injury, now another yellow card, and you could have made an argument again for another red. Troncoso coming in with a hard challenge against Jordan Mccreary. And he will be slow to get up. The second yellow card of the evening, both attributed to Austin.
A yellow card has been issued in the 30th minute to number 2, Jorge Troncoso, Austin Bold, FC.
I'll tell you, it easily.
I mean, that's late, that studs up. I mean,
and these are the type of plays that get reviewed on Monday, and you say, hey, look, there might be a suspension, but it doesn't help the Republic tonight.
Yeah, I think, honestly, that was probably looked a little bit worse than it was. I honestly, Kleber's was much worse than that. I think right at the last moment, it looks a little bit less dangerous when it slowed down. Troncoso might not have got his studs all the way up. Fortunate for him, but you're right, Rob, this stuff does get reviewed, and who knows where the league will fall on that play.
Jordan Mccreary appears to be okay, but how about this? Mccreary making his debut for the Sacramento Republic, signed a 2-year option with Sacramento. Here with the Seattle Sounders is where he recently made his living, and the Sounders allowing him to be cut loose, and so he looked around for options and found that this was the best place for him. But here's a guy who's made MLS playoff appearances, was a key part for their team a couple of seasons ago, and just like that, here he is in the USL looking to work his way back up. We'll follow the Sacramento Republic and the rest of the USL Championship season all season long on ESPN Plus, home of the USL, MLS, UFC, and much, much more. ESPNplus.com is where you can sign up today. Here comes the pressure from Kleber. It's interesting, just the pace and style of this match is unlike anything we've seen from this Republic side this entire season so far. And yeah, we're only 5 weeks in, and misplayed there. Iwasa looked for Mccreary trying to make a run. The battle's really in the midfield here tonight, and that's something we haven't seen the first 4 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's just because, once again, Austin's been so compact and so organized that it takes moments like we just saw. It takes a really good, a through ball or a long ball in order to expose Austin. And they're almost kind of saying, come on, Sacramento, try that ball. Try hitting a 30, 40-yard ball with your instep on a rope And if you do, hats off to you and good luck trying to get a service in the box, but I don't mind that.
Cohen trying to break lines, and then Iwasa tried to get a bit acrobatic with Blackwood on that left wing.
Not a bad idea by Cam. It looked like it might have been Amobi or maybe even Fabian Garcia. Didn't know too much about it, but fortunate for them, the position's a big part of this game.
Good move by Gomez as well on the other side against Troncoso, who just picked up a yellow card 2 minutes ago. Skundridge, number 12, all over the pitch here this evening. And the reason he's in the starting lineup is his work rate, unlike any other on this Republic side. Bijev cuts it back in, taken down hard, and a foul is given, and a free kick in a pretty good position for the Republic.
Yeah, another one, Saragosa right there, just catches him with his trailing leg. He's got, looks like he fell on his wrist maybe.
Which would not be good, is Bijan Bijev already just working his way back in to the lineup.
Yeah, we saw in the warm-ups here, as that left foot just comes in. We saw in the warm-ups too, there was a moment where we thought, you know, don't know what happened to Bijev. He was over with the training staff talking to him and looked kind of laborious with his movements.
And Saragosa and Villarreal, both in LA at the same time, spent a lot of time training together. And again, the third Republic player to take a tumble here this evening, but appears to be okay. That's a good sign for Simon Elliott and his squad here. 35th minute here at Papa Murphy's Park. Crowd getting into it. They were treated as something special 2 weeks ago, looking for something good here. Hard-driven ball by Ray Sari.
That's unlucky. Gotta clear that first man. We talk about it every week, Rob. It's the one thing you gotta remember. You're taking those set pieces. Miss long. It's fine to miss long.
Labor, as well as Baez, putting the pressure on this back line of Tainter and Deco-Kanan. And Mitchell looking to break a line or two. And
it's a tough ball right there. Good, well handled by Fabian Garcia.
Skundridge trying to leave it for Villarreal. Kogu was almost looking to make a run upfield. Here's Isaac along that right wing. Baez chops down Jaime Villarreal. It'll be a foul against Austin and a throw here coming for Mccreary. So no whistle coming, but again, an aggressive side in Austin. And we're talking with Sean Steimel, who saw this team in the second week and said they are a lot better than their record shows and that their goal scoring totals have led you to believe. This team likely will be in the hunt at the end of the year, but still a long season to go, and they've got an aging side. Can they hold up? Villarreal tried to poke it through, finds the foot of Skundridge. He's got Bijev on that right side. Bijev with a hard-driven ball, and it's Diego Restrepo with a big save.
Yeah, Restrepo in the right place at the right time. Not sure if Bijev's looking to kind of sneak it past on the near post or not, or just doesn't get the right technique on it on the final pass, but still good play by Sacramento, building up through that, through the back four, and a good ball in, and Bijev gets his head up. Just can't execute. But I do love the build-up play. Doing a really good job, Sacramento, moving the ball in and out. Got a penetrating entry pass, comes back out, goes wide.
Taylor finding Kleber. Kleber to Baez. Baez dumping it back off to Saramutin. Now Saramutin looking for Isaac. Isaac's got a bit of room. Garcia. He just shanked it high. That's a missed opportunity for the Austin Bulls.
That's really good defending by Jordan Mccreary right there. He's kind of left out on an island 2v1 and kind of steps or feints like he's going to step on Isaac Promise. Is able to kind of track that runner, Fabian Garcia, and gets just enough pressure on Fabian Garcia to see that ball sail over the crossbar for a goal kick.
Well done by Sari to meet to it, has pressure from behind. Each side with just one quality look on goal so far. Sacramento has owned possession, stays on his feet. Blackwood with the athletic move into the 18, he's going to give it a ride. Deflected away by Restrepo. A collision in the 18, and it will be a corner kick coming up for Sacramento. A deadly strike by Tyler Blackwood, and better goaltending by Diego Restrepo, who again continues to show why he's one of the best.
It's good ball movement again. It's 1 and 2 touch passing, gets the ball out wide. Tyler Blackwood gets a bit fortunate at the end right here as he's able to get through and does exactly what you want him to do. Try to just play it into that far post.
Ball service in, looking for Dekel Kanan. Mitchell Tainer looking to hold possession. Back to Villarreal. Into the 18 for Bajev, and he just put it over the bar.
Yeah, Bajev, you see that right there. He's leaning back. That's one we talk about. You got to follow that ball into the back of the net. Keep your chest over it. But still, I like the energy right now by Sacramento. The last 5 minutes or so, they're doing a really good job of finally breaking down Austin's organization. And it's with balls, entry passes into Jaime Villarreal, into Skundrich, balls bouncing back and then going wide again, as we just saw with Tyler Blackwood able to get himself in a good position.
Yeah, Bajev knowing that he missed that one there. Look at this play through. Flag stays down for the moment. And Diego Restrepo able to break it up from Cameron Iwasa. That popped up. It's going to be a handball.
God, Restrepo, what a play by him. Coming out, times it perfectly. Comes off his line. Cam Iwasa is unable to get there, but I do love the build-up play. Once again, just a great timed run by Cam Iwasa. And you got both center backs, Jermaine Taylor and Amobi, hailing cabs back there, asking the referee for an offside. It's never a good look if you're a center back, and I've been there many times, Rob.
Diego Restrepo is quite a winner. Won the NCAA championship in 2009 with Virginia, as well as made a deep run with Tampa Bay a couple of years ago in the U.S. Open Cup. He is a guy who has definitely improved his side when he has joined them. I don't think San Antonio is as deadly without him. Mccreary marking orders from his teammates. He's going to go deep with it. Shielding was Iwasa. Skundrich. Beautifully laid ball and trying to move it forward. Public feeling the pressure here. Get updates and alerts all year long by following your club. ESPN.com. Search for Sacramento Republic FC, then click follow. Go to ESPN.com. Click follow. You'll know what your club is doing each and every week, as well as I should say, the latest news and notes. 40 minutes gone by, no score from either side. Couple of opportunities for each. Diego Restrepo is able to snuff out a couple of opportunities for Sacramento moving forward in the attack, and a foul whistled against Sacramento's Drew Skundrich. This is the style of play that Austin comes into at a visiting stadium and just loves to put down on their home side, just try to quiet the crowd, make it a dirty, ugly game, stay compact. And a hard challenge from Dekel Kanan on Isaac. He's able to pop back up. Viardi. Viardi takes one look at it. Took too much time and allowed Bajev to recover. It'll be the first corner kick for Austin on the evening. It will be Javier Baez, the 31-year-old Mexican national, to take it. Baez with some significant Liga MX experience. Puts it right in for Isaac, who heads it away. Goal kick for Sacramento.
Well defended by Mitchell Tainer. Just does enough.
Make sure to join us back here at Papa Murphy's Park on April 27th. The boys in Old Glory Red take on Phoenix FC. Kickoff set for 7:30. Tickets are available. SacRepublicFC.com. Kleber with a little bit of step, finds Isaac. Isaac laying it forward. Here comes Cohen.
It's not a foul. Look, it's completely off the ball.
And a yellow card handled to Deckel Keenan. So the first for Sacramento.
It's a poor decision by the referee. I think they're both pulling, they're both grabbing. It's off the ball. It's got no effect on the play. There's no advantage needed.
A yellow card has been issued in the 44th minute, number 21, Deckel Keenan of the Republic
Austin
FC.
discussing who will take the free kick. Deckel Keenan had a couple of warnings coming from referee tonight, Colin Radosov. Radosov finally felt that it was time, but now a fairly decent chance. Both are being held. Kleber could have just been whistled for fouls.
I think Keenan's got the position right there.
Well, now a chance for Baez again. Former Chivas star. He's going to go direct through ball. Earlier he skips through, and Josh Cohen went down to his knees at the final moment, parries it away, and saves what could have been the game's first goal.
I tell you what, that's a big time save. 45th minute. You got a tough ball coming down, going through a lot of traffic.
How about the guts from Baez to try it down low?
Why not? 45th minute, you know, and just try to put something on target, go through some bodies, and it does. And I tell you what, I bet you Josh Cohen doesn't pick that thing up until it's probably around the penalty spot, and he's able to get down to his right quickly and just parry it just wide.
Baez getting another chance. Good cross in. Popped up high. Still a chance. Punched away. Still in the mixer. And it's Tainer who clears it out. Back to Diaviardi. Cutting back. Ball set in. Headed again. Can Sacramento hold possession here? And 1 minute of stoppage time has been added. It is brought to you by Rayleigh Something Extra Rewards Program. Earn points every time you shop. Sign up today at Rayleighs.com. Mccreary. Republic scored in stoppage time in the first half against OKC. And it was Sam Warner's first goal on the year. Can they do it again? And not even a minute's going to go by, and the whistle blows. So Colorado said had enough of the first half. A battle between two sides, not many chances. A big save by Josh Cohen late there in the first half. And we have a scoreless match after 46 minutes of action here at Papa Murphy's Park. We'll have your highlights, stats, and much, much more coming up at the break. You won't want to miss it, and stay right here with more soccer action coming from the capital of California coming up after this. the Tower Bridge Battalion taking a break here at half. No score after 45 minutes and about a minute of stoppage time there. Well, let's take a look at one of the key players here tonight in the match. Getting the start, number 17, Tyler Blackwood, the Englishman. A little bit more skills than just what meets the eye on the soccer pitch. He's got a bit of other talents that you might want to know a little bit more about coming up in this week's halftime feature.
It definitely feels like home away from home. Whenever I come back to Sac, even when I played last year for Swope, I felt at home here. So when the call came to come back, I snatched at that. So I'm very happy to be back. The team is just always so strong. It always felt like more than a team. It was like you were going into a real battle against an army because they had the fans. It felt like the whole city's behind them. So when I got the chance to put the jersey on, then I felt part of that army, and it felt, you feel like you've got so much more behind you than just you and your feet. You feel like you have everyone, literally the city behind you.
What a pass! In! Ty Blackwood makes it 2-0 to Sacramento.
I really want to just excite fans. I want them, when the ball's coming to me, I want them to kind of sit on the edge of their seat because something's going to happen. Everywhere else I've been, it might just be we're a soccer team and we were focused on just winning games, just playing soccer. Sacramento Republic FC is way more than just a soccer team, and you can see it in just the stuff they do in the community. So I just want to do as much as I can to help on the pitch, but as well like off the pitch, just so when the season ends, I feel like I've left my print on the city, on the pitch and off it in a positive way.
If there's one thing with USL Championship clubs, is that they have a way to make the experience unique to their clubs. I'm on site here at BBVA Compass Field in Birmingham to talk a little bit about this iron factory they have on site. I'm joined by Marshall, the director of metal arts at Sloss Furnaces. So, Marshall, first off, tell us what an ingot is.
Okay, so an ingot is basically just a unit of iron.
Okay.
So it's just a way to make the iron portable and mobile and in a manner that can be sold.
Okay.
So the process that we're going to be doing in-game is a little bit different than the casting process. This is a forge setup. So typically used for blacksmithing. You're typically not trying to completely melt what you're working with. You're just raising the temperature enough that it can be malleable.
Okay.
So what we're going to be doing throughout the game is taking one of these in our forge and getting it up to temperature red hot and having that on standby so that when we score a goal, we'll take it out of the forge, over to the ingot, and we have a special die with a spark on it off of the Legion logo.
Right.
And that'll be placed on it and struck with a hammer. It's a two-man operation. When we're ready, the assistant will take that. They'll take the die and put it in place, and then the other person will strike it with a hammer. So each goal that's scored will get a mark, hopefully a lot of them.
Yeah.
And so we have one for each game.
Okay.
So to have the team that they're playing, and so throughout the season, throughout the years, we'll begin to accumulate these and create an iron wall back here with each ingot from the games.
That's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
How cool is that for people to come in too and kind of see this little, you know, characteristic of Birmingham?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Hammer down! You know they can tell how hot the steel is by the color.
Got it.
Burning up, red hot.
Welcome back to halftime. Austin Bold, Sacramento Republic. Here at the break, Kevin Goldthwait, Rob McAllister with you. Neither side able to break through in that first half, but we will get more to that in just a moment. Let's take a look at our USL news and notes around the league. And what a first couple of weeks it has already been for this USL Championship side. And coming up some big matches. First, I believe Wednesday match coming up this Wednesday as Atlanta United 2 taking on Memphis 901. And then you see, how about the 16-year-old Abraham Rodriguez for the Switchbacks, playing big. 11 save performance versus Phoenix last week. Phoenix, even though there's no Didier Drogba, still a big-time scoring threat each and every time out.
Yeah, I tell you what, 16-year-old getting Player of the Week honors is a pretty big deal.
And let's take a look now at our standings coming up. Western Conference, take a look. It's a little too early to really see where everyone plays, but good to see Sacramento already in the top 8. 7 points on the year, and they're hanging right in there in the whole mixer of things. Tulsa, though, off to a great start. I think very few expected that. Even the Timbers, too, they've usually struggled, but they're playing well. And LA Galaxy, after 2 devastating losses, they have really started to turn things around and looking great. So a lot of movement will happen from now until the end, Kevin, but
4 points.
Your
4 points separate 1 to 10. It's a little early, but still.
Really early look.
Start picking up some points in one game can do a world of difference and turn your season on the right track.
Absolutely see where the Republic can do here in the next 45. Can they bounce back from last week's loss? They haven't been able to pull one past Austin yet. Should be a grind out match. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back with our highlights and stats coming up after this.
Sac Republic U12 Academy goalkeeper Izzy Duink. The women of Sacramento Republic FC and members of the NorCal champion soccer teams. As we kick off, She Can Coach. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to center pitch and welcome Jordana Sadri and friends who attend Bayside Church. Jordana and her global outreach team have been organizing Mexico outreach trips for many years. Thank you, Jordana, for your service and dedication to making the world a better place.
Back in Sacramento, a live look at Rave Bear and the rest of the family. The Tower Bridge Battalion coming on strong here this evening, trying to will these boys to a victory. And of course, the valuable 3 points that come along with it. Let's take a look now at our first half highlights brought to you by NorCal Honda. And early get-go, Tyler Blackwood looking to at least get the game's first shot attempt. And it's going to take a lot more than that to get it past Diego Restrepo, such a quality keeper in the way that he is. But right after that, Kevin, Austin would come back and they would put Josh Cohen to the test and maybe catch him sleeping a little bit.
Yeah, they had a couple of chances right here. Promise trying to catch Josh Cohen off his line. Like I said earlier, if that's on target, it probably gives Josh Cohen a bit of a headache. And then some other really nice build-up play by Austin. See right here, kind of a half chance, but well done by Kleber, being in the right place at the right time and trying to get the thing on target. And good defending here too. Just doing enough right there. Both Mccreary and Tainer. They're gonna look right now, just goes over the crossbar, which is fortunate for Sacramento.
And the Republic would have a chance on their own. Little nice back heel coming. Iwasa charging in and just not there in time as Amobi Okogu able to get a step on it and break up the play.
Yeah, it's great cover. Jermaine Taylor actually is a guy, the opposite side on the center back, does a great job coming in. Here's one of the better chances for Sacramento. Fortunate touch by Blackwood, dips his shoulder right here, is able to just try to curl in the back post. And a good save by Restrepo getting down, but love that energy and that decisiveness there by Blackwood. Knows exactly what he's going to do when he gets in that position.
And an opportunity here is that Cameron Owasu was able to break through that back line, and Diego Restrepo again with another big-time play.
Yeah, Cam was probably just a quarter of a step off between that play and the play earlier. The great little save by Jermaine Taylor to be in one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Or one-on-one on goal, actually, for that matter. So good job by Sacramento. Decent chances. Nothing really kind of standing out as crazy. 0-0.
Let's take a look at our halftime stats brought to you by last year's Elk Grove Subaru. And we knew that going into this match, Simon Elliott wanted to see his team possess the ball, take care of it, not give opportunities to the opponent. Well, they got that with a 66% percentage, which is not typically favor the Republic so far on the evening, but overall shots, Austin has been the one who's been able to break through it and take some better looks at it overall.
Yeah, I think it's these stats are pretty fair in my opinion. Sometimes you see these and they don't necessarily reflect how the game's played, but I see Sacramento's probably had majority of the possession, and that's by design, I think, for Austin. They've been sitting back and letting Sacramento play, but when Austin's been going forward, they've been going forward with conviction and doing some nice things in that final third. I do think Sacramento's got a few things to iron out here, and they'll be able to break down Austin better.
We're taking a look at the proposed MLS stadium that would be built in the rail yards, and still an effort underway to get this team to MLS. Council meeting coming up on Tuesday. We talked about that, going in there and trying to support and let MLS know how much this club not only means to you, but to the city of Sacramento, and what a gorgeous place this will be. And I'm just still looking for our place up in the press box there, Kevin. Maybe it's up there. Hopefully we have some pretty good seats as well for in there. But still a lot of work to be done. A lot of work to be done here tonight as Tyler Blackwood and company looking to break through. No score after 45 minutes from both these sides. Will switch directions as now it'll be Austin heading toward the north end and the Tower Bridge Battalion, and they will kick things off here in the second half of play as the whistle is blown by Colin Radosau. Viardi looking for Kleber. It appears no substitutions at the halftime. So let's take a look back at your Chevy keys to the match, Kevin, and what you saw in that first 45 and did to the Republic. Do what you had hoped they would do in that first half of play.
I think a lot of their chances came from out wide. It's a bit of a hold right there. I think a lot of their chances did come out from the wide play. I think they did a good job. Could do better, in my opinion, here in the second half. Take their chances when they come. I think Sacramento's done a decent enough job. Nothing really glaring as a missed chance or a missed opportunity in that final third on goal. And then 1 and 2 touch. I think towards the end of that first half, probably there's a 10-minute spell from the 35th minute to the 45th minute where I felt Sacramento did a great job. 1 and 2 touch, breaking down Austin, getting wide, getting Blackwood a chance as we saw, but doing a good job of moving the ball. And that's how you break down this compact, organized Austin back six, if you will. You get your back four and your two holding midfielders. So there's not much space when you first kind of bring the ball out, but if you move the ball quickly, 1 and 2 touch, slowly but surely the gaps start filling out or forming, and Sacramento just got to find the opportunity and time to take advantage of those gaps and seams.
Kogu with a head to it. Bijev working on Garcia. Bijev's interesting switching sides now on that left side and will stay. Essentially, as a handball comes up, and we'll see Tyler Blackwood remain closest to us as well.
I like
an interesting change, but we saw the maturation of his play coming from that right side. We liked when Bijev took that angle in 2018.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Bijev when he plays on that left side as an inverted guy, inverted winger, and I think just much more impactful when he's coming towards the goal rather than going up the flank and trying to serve balls in the box, and also gives an opportunity for your left back Mccreary to overlap and show what he can do in the attacking third and whip some balls in the box.
And typically, Bijev grew up a lot of times playing that 10 role, and it's just 3 years ago with the Timbers 2 that he led the USL in assists in double digits and one of the bright young new players, and here he is with the Republican in a different role, and he's had to adjust in his time with Sacramento. Now in his second full season, but third overall. He was signed on loan 2.5 years ago, and toward the end of the 2017 campaign. Tower Bridge Battalion continue to beat their drums, trying to urge this team on to find some space and knock in the game's first goal. And another collision as Mccreary goes down.
Strike Troncoso there once again. Hopefully he gets a talking to right now.
And Troncoso and Kleber both lucky not to have been given potential red cards earlier on. Each were handed with yellows. Troncoso you could make an argument for, but studs up hard. Win Kleber in the 12th minute against Mitchell Tainter. Just ducks under Mccreary there.
Just late. He's just late with his foot coming in. The fact that he's even complaining about it's pretty interesting.
Sorry, little dink up over the top, looking for Blackwood. Villarreal to bring it down. Easy play for Jermaine Taylor's team. Too many of those in his 34 years. Interesting to see who would make the first substitution. It looks like it will be Austin coming in soon. Will be Lima. Another imposing striker trying to break something open here. This is not a place where visiting teams are able to pick up 3 points very often. And no doubt about it, Marcelo Cerrado looking for those points here this evening. Still early in the year. Laying it for Vajev. Going against Okogu. And a goal kick for Austin.
A great job by Vajev. I think he's pretty lucky. Amobi is at least not to draw a foul right there. Interesting substitution taken.
Yeah, say the least. Marcelo Cerrado going with Andre Lima, the 33-year-old Brazilian. He'll replace Jorge Troncoso from Chile. And so likely Baez will move back into the midfield, and you have Lima up top, and maybe even Kleber move out wide left or right. But no, it will be Lima who will go out to that right side, but another imposing player that Mitchell Tainter and Jordan Mccreary will have to deal with.
They might be going kind of 3 up top right now, Rob.
And Troncoso was typically playing back. Javier Baez was playing a little bit out of position and further up than he had played in the first several weeks. Free kick here for Marcelo Zaragoza. Former MLS standout. Lobs one back, looking for Lima, who just came into the match. Here's a chance for Isaac. Austin was looking for something more after a collision. It appears to be Sari and Isaac is still on the turf holding the back of his head.
A lot of contact in there. I think it's the right call, though.
Sari may be checked out as well, and the way that the awareness around concussions has increased over the last several years throughout professional soccer. They're going to give both these players a look.
I see Lima right there. Excuse me, Baez talking about there's some pressure on his back. He's getting pushed. I think he does go down relatively soft.
Interesting journey for Austin as well. As Kevin, it was not too long ago. Don't recall that there was the Memorial Day flood, as it's known in Austin, wiped out the site that Austin Aztecs was playing at that time. Pretty much the team dissolved not too long after that. It was put on hiatus at the very least, went away, and then it's come back to announce that they were going to play once again in 2019. And then all of a sudden there's the changing of what's happening in Columbus with Anthony Precourt in the MLS side. And so just a few days after the Bold released their brand and unveiled Marcelo Cerrado as their new head coach, the city council there is now moving forward on a chance. And here's Isaac. We'll get back to that, colliding and clipping around Gomez. And it's going to be a foul against Isaac, who wrapped his arm around Gomez. Great defending by Shannon Gomez once again.
Great cover. And once again, we talk about Shannon Gomez all the time. You got to beat him twice typically because he's so fast and pacey. Does a great job filling in right there, covering that backside. And there's a lot of contact right there. I don't know how much Shannon Gomez really knew about it, to be honest.
Playing in the flank, Bajev, and a step by Kogu. Looking to keep it in play to Baez. Baez running along that touchline. It's cleared into the stands by Ray Sari. But for Austin, the ups and downs, and then a $200 million plus stadium getting approved. But let's take a quick look at that as Gomez just gets a step on Isaac, and Isaac climbs all over the youngster from Trinidad and Tobago. And a foul against Ray Sari. And Colin Radosev is telling William Bajev, that's enough. No more, or I'm going to the book. So with all that, so MLS now coming to Austin, seemingly out of nowhere, it seemed for many. But here are the owners, Bobby Epstein, saying we're not going to be a feeder team for MLS. And I think you're seeing it here with the number of veteran players that Austin has added. And is that the right tactic for Austin? Or do you think they should look at themselves as potentially being a side that could loan out players and have a partnership with maybe the MLS side at Austin in a couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, I think the veteran players that they have here, I don't know if those guys are necessarily going to be ones that are going to be moving up with the first team. But typically,
and Deckel Kane. Well, the teams are completely separate at this point in time. So Bobby Epstein said he doesn't want a partnership with MLS at this point in time. Is that the right move?
Like I said, we've talked about this many times, Rob. It's the wild, wild west, and you've seen teams, they're trying to figure out the right way to have to develop their own talent. And I think ultimately you need to have some sort of system where guys are getting professional minutes somewhere, where there's some sort of affiliation, whether you're controlling or somebody else is controlling. Look at Rio Grande Valley's done. Look at what Seattle's doing with Tacoma now. I think there's a lot of new styles and new ideas being brought to the table and tested. But ultimately, you got to have some sort of development system. Great step right there by Ray Sari.
Ray Sari taken away from Saramutin. It's interesting to see what the USL Championship has become just within the last 5 years even. On the low. Trying to break those lines here, and Declan Kane has tried it a couple times. It's been unsuccessful, and it's exactly what Austin's looking for. Trying to get the counter from those mistakes. Isaac left too open, nobody tracking him down. Sorry.
That's fortunate for Sacramento.
Takes a square ball, and now the counter looking to go the other way. Blackwood looking for some help.
Ray Sari's impressed me here today. I think he's been pretty composed on the ball. He's kept it when it's needed to be kept. He's pressed, played it forward into the gaps in the seams when he needed to. And he's won some good 50-50 battles, challenges at the same time.
He came from the Sounders too. 4 goals, 6 assists, and nearly 40 appearances with the club. And he's a fighter, no doubt about it. His story, if you don't know it, a cancer survivor at the age of 15, wasn't sure if he'd ever be able to play soccer again. Stayed with it, ended up at the University of Tulsa and has found his way. Chance to play at the highest level, was drafted by the Sounders. Pretty good addition for Todd Dundeman here with the Republic. Download the official Republic FC mobile app. Stay up to date with the latest club news and offers. They also allow you to use your tickets and navigate match day just right in the palm of your hand. Download the app today on iTunes or Google Play. Wassa calling for all of his chest. Blackwood, Gomez. Trying to pick up a mistake. Skundrich coming in. Lima. Still dancing with it. DiViardi. Mccreary. Bajev. Little underlap from Mccreary moving forward. He's got great pace. Or left back. Here's Bajev. And deflected away. It'll be a Smile Generation corner kick.
And that's a situation right there. I think Mccreary's got to learn to play with Vian Bijev, because in that situation, you want to leave him alone. You don't want to drag another defender in that situation, because you know Bijev's going to be taking somebody on one-on-one. That's one of his strong suits, is running at players. Mccreary's got to learn to kind of stay out of that area and let your winger go.
Villarreal. Restrepo up to the air.
It's well done by Restrepo. All that traffic in there, still able to kind of come through and find the seams. What a wonderful outlet ball as well.
DiViardi looking to play into space. Gets over the head. Isaac on Gomez again. And Gomez, such a shifty player.
So quick, man. His first 2 or 3 steps is faster than many, many people.
So what's your play here if you're Simon Elliott tonight? You're about an hour in. Your team has been composed.
I think you got to get Bonomo in.
Change it up
Tactically, I think you need to get Bonomo in. Once again, how much have we talked about Cam Wassa? How many times have we mentioned his name? Not many. A couple opportunities there in the first half, but he almost was able to get that final touch on. I'd like to see Bonomo get in there. I think he's played so it frees Cam up so much. That's a poor challenge. There's no need to foul there, but I think it frees Cam Wassa up and allows him to get himself on the ball more, save his legs a little bit. This Cam's not a guy that's going to run, 12 miles in a game. Cam's a guy that's explosive and strong, good in the box, and is a finisher. And that's where you want him to save his energy. And save your energy is not the right word. He's got to be composed, and that's where he's got to use his energy. He's not useful chasing people around. You don't want Cam Wassa doing that. And I think in this game tonight, it might be too little too late coming in here in the 60th minute. Does he have enough energy left in him?
We can tell Ben Ziemer and Simon Elliott discussing potential possibilities at this moment, and you've seen the way that Jermaine Taylor and Amobi Okogu have collapsed on Wassa, and give credit to Samaritan as well as Saragossa, who have played well, also thwarting any attack really from the Republic. Lima, look at Tainer all the way up.
Well done by Mitchell. Another decision that you can think of too is Villarreal. Maybe bring him out, bring a Sam Warner in. That's a great ball. It's a great ball if Cam's making that run. Maybe bring in a Kevin Aliman, a Sam Warner underneath as that kind of that withdrawn guy to get himself on the ball, find that gap, and then try to connect with Cam, try to connect with Blackwood, try to connect with Bijev up there. Been kind of anemic going forward. Sacramento has been so far here in the second half.
Headed forward by Gomez. Again, Villarreal giving chase in very few times that we can remember, if any, where he was in sort of this attacking role, putting pressure on.
Ball and go, get the ball and go.
Skundrich has a Wassa in the middle, Blackwood curling back as well. Villarreal will find Sarri. He's got Mccreary on his left side. He'll find him there. Trying to break that back line. It has been unsuccessful time and time again for the Republic this evening. And Austin just baiting them into it and hoping for the counter just like this. DiViardi. Saragossa also spent time with Chivas USA, FC Dallas, LA Galaxy, as we mentioned before. Baez steps back, looking to make a big run on it. Good defending there. Mccreary able to challenge. Has it picked away. Lima turning to his left, looking for some help. He'll find it from Kleber. Back to Lima again. Lima with a step. Now it's Mccreary, and it's cleared away by Mitchell Tainer.
Pretty good little one-touch football in there by Austin. Oh,
Iwasa tried to turn and find Bajev, still able to, stayed on side. Can he keep it in play? Angling in, Blackwood's on the backside. A chance for Sacramento, Blackwood into the 6, tumbles into the net. There'll be no call, it's broken up by Austin Bull.
What a tackle there, I think it's DiViardi. Wonderful job. If he doesn't get his foot on it there, I think that goes right to Blackwood, but good runs by Blackwood, good run by Bajev, good decision by Bajev, good ball by Bajev, just better defending, Rob.
Tell you what, DiViardi has been impressive here this evening.
Yeah, he's looked really good, really solid left back.
Kleber, Lima again, who came to the substitute, the only one so far in the game. DiViardi just called his name, he's back in the mix here in the attacking third. Ball cross, sent back for Isaac. It'll sail away. And it will be a corner kick for Austin, brought to you by Smile Generation. And it will be a throw. Ray Sari and Declan Kanan. Sari trying to get him away from the referee Colin Radosev.
Great first touch, gets his head up again, sees the run. Wonderful tackle.
And Ray Sari is going to be hit with a yellow card as he continues to further debate his case with Colin Radosev.
Just jawing the referee. No reason for that.
The yellow card has been issued in the 65th minute to the 25. Ray Sari of the Republic FC.
Baez to throw, he'll get into the box looking for Lima. Down, chance to break, foul is called. Skundrick as he tumbles down.
Put his body on the line, good job by Skundrick.
So Andre Lima, the only substitute of the match so far. And several of the Republic players warming up on the sideline.
Yeah, looks like they're making a move here pretty soon, probably.
Interesting to see how many minutes Mccreary gets. Now he did play in preseason, but the Sounders did get some run. They weren't overly concerned with his fitness. They just want to get him into the mix and working, see well how he would pair in training with the rest of this team. You may get your wish. Looks like Stefano Bonomo getting ready to enter this match. 20 minutes plus to go. Can Bonomo be the difference maker for the Republic? Declan Kanan, a lot of space, switch to the field. Bajev to his right, in the middle of the pitch. Looking up over the top, going for Skundrick, lays it down, here's Blackwood. It was in the mix. Austin, now on the counter. Here goes Kleber. Baez is trailing. Good recovery from Tyler Blackwood, who has played well today.
Phenomenal recovery. That love that with this team when the guys do that. Silly foul. He goes down pretty soft, to be honest.
And Cam better be careful. He may get a yellow card himself. He's going to get a talking to for putting the ball into the stands as Fabian Garcia went down.
Going back to that wonderful, wonderful piece of work. Tyler Blackwood, just simple energy and effort. Yeah, Fabian Garcia goes down really easy. But that little piece of energy, that piece of effort, that work rate by Tyler Blackwood, love seeing that from your attacking players.
I've seen a couple times tonight from number 17. So dangerous out on those wings. Oh, and here's a step by Cameron Iwasa. He's got Villarreal to his right. Takes it up a little bit, hit. Looking into the 18, he's going to give it a crack, deflected away by Restrepo. Another big save from the veteran keeper.
Yeah, it looked like that ball had a little swerve, maybe a little deflection on it. But well done by Cam Iwasa. He's got a lot of pressure on him. And still able to kind of work the ball with that pressure and strike and get something on target and test Restrepo.
Not the greatest defending by Akobu either. And here's a substitution as Bonomo comes in and Drew Skundrick is out. An interesting move to say the least. Now 4 attacking players in for Sacramento. Leaves Villarreal and Sari. These probably Bonomo up top and maybe a diamond in the middle. Hard-driven ball. And it's cleared for the moment anyway. Can Republic get back possession? Sorry with a step on Baez.
Well done, Ray Sorry, and slow it down. Wonderful.
Ball sent back in, looking for Bonomo. Just came in, and Restrepo running into Jermaine Taylor. And it looks like he has taken one to the chest. And maybe something going on with his right knee. Anyway, the training staff is coming out. Or he took one to the stomach. Either way, it's probably not a good scenario for Diego Restrepo.
Either way, this final 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and we're going to be dealing with this for, you know, this is 68th minute, and they're starting this? Like, come on.
So, we see this a lot here at Papa Murphy's Park. Is it really about just taking the crowd out of this? I mean, you've done a pretty good job
taking
tonight.
the pace out of the game, taking the sting out of the game, taking the momentum out of what Republic have been doing so far. And it's just, you know, I think Sacramento's done a great job. They're starting to press. They're starting to get some activity in that final third. And I mean, it's gamesmanship, it's strategy. It's not something that, you know, is there contact? Yeah. Is he milking it? Yeah. Is it as bad as it looks?
No.
Probably not.
Well, registration is now open for Republic FC Spring Break Skills Camp that begin on April 15th in Elk Grove. Experience the fun and professional environment of top-notch soccer while learning individual skills and techniques. And visit sacrepublicfc.com for more information and, of course, to register. And we have another substitution coming for Sacramento. The second of the evening, it'll be William Vajev, who had been kept on, say, a minute's watch because of his injury, trying to work him back in from a hamstring issue. And it's Sam Warner, 1 goal, 1 assist on the season. He has been key when he has come in as a substitute. We saw it here in week 1, where he was able to come on late and find Hansapolos for the game-tying goal. They walk away with a draw on opening night here at Papa Murphy's Park.
So you see it right now. It's a 4-2-3-1, right? So 4 defenders, 2 holding midfielders, 3 attacking players. And with Bonomo playing up top, a little diamond in the middle between Warner, Owasa, and Blackwood. Excuse me, a little triangle in there. And then Bonomo up top, and there's the work rate from Bonomo. This is the lineup. I think this is Sacramento's best lineup right here. The best formation, the best tactics. I think it suits the players the best. Allows guys like Cam Owasa the freedom to play make.
I think it'll help Tyler Blackwood as well, get some space on that side. Look at this ball to Cameron Owasa. Just a bit too heavy, as Taylor may have knocked him off his line.
Just smart touch. It's a smart touch by Jermaine Taylor. It's not enough to see Cam Owasa go down, but enough to make that touch really, really difficult for Cam.
Second substitution for Austin, as Fabian Garcia is out, and Alan Malice, who started last match, spent some time with LAFC, appeared in 5 matches with the surprise of Bob Bradley's club down in Los Angeles.
Not surprised at all. Doing really well. I tell you what, he's probably got a lot of people making sure, or checking on him to make sure he's successful. He's done a really good job so far. And they're a fun team to watch. Another fun game this afternoon.
And they could be the MLS favorite to win it all.
Carlos Vela down there, absolutely destroying the league right now.
Diego Rossi. I mean, it's almost like Atlanta was last year when you had 2 MVP candidates pretty much on the same team. Here's Sam Warner.
Dribbling the pressure. You got 3 guys. You got to be a little smarter.
So here's a match and a style of play that I really haven't seen from some of these substitutes. So Sam Warner, what can he do to put his imprint on this match?
Make better decisions than right there. Start with that. Keep the ball. I mean, that's a little harsh, but I think what Sam can do in those situations, he's got to find the ball well on the width. He serves a great ball in. See right here. Start with that, maybe a little deeper.
Bonomo, Blackwood again. He's onside. Bonomo's curling back. Gomez is there for relief. A cross sent in. Too many white jerseys. Just not enough space for Sacramento to crack through.
Almost. But that's what you want Sam Warner to do. You want Sam Warner serving balls in both feet. Really good balls with both feet. So he can get himself down the left flank. He can cut back to his right if needed and loft the ball. or whip a ball. And that's what you want to see from Blackwood maybe a little bit more. He's not the guy that's typically going to get to the end line and serve a ball in the box. He likes to go to goal. And then Sam on the other side, a little bit opposite, likes to get down the flank and whip balls in.
Rare mistake from Diego Restrepo. Maybe that need tweaked just a tad enough.
Now he has an excuse for that.
Well, I gave him one.
Terrible outlet. I like I like the energy right now, by the way.
It feels good. You're right. There's an extra little pep here, and Stefano Bonomo, he's going to hook one. Not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea at all. Almost executed it too. Austin's just too organized. What a ball.
Mccreary with a beautiful diagonal ball to Blackwood. Here's Gomez to his right. Gomez just, again, DV has become a real pain in the side for Tyler Blackwood in his attempt to try to get something happen. Zaragoza goes high. It'll be a corner kick for Sacramento, brought to you by Smile Generation.
Quick thinking there by the right back, Shannon Gomez. Gets that ball, gets it up quickly. Him and Tyler Blackwood absolutely tuned in together.
Fans stomping their feet here at Papa Murphy's Park, hoping to get one to break through. No score after 74 minutes. Sam Warner. Runs were being made. They'll recycle. Back post for Kanan. A chance. It bobbles around. Republic were seeking a handball. Austin was asking for other infractions. That one felt good for a moment.
Deckel Kanan on the back post going out there challenging Restrepo. Deckel does a great job. So we can look and see where that header comes off to.
Gomez sizing it up, looking for Bonomo. Takes it off his chest. Can he keep it in? Does. Cross for Kogu, who's right there. And it's going to be a challenge from Iwasa as Restrepo has to sail it out of play. Final substitution for Austin is Sonny Guadarrama, 22-year-old Austin native, replacing Isaac Promise. Promise not able to get through, but gave Shannon Gomez all he could here tonight. So the final substitution for Austin, a throw in here for Sacramento's Gomez, looking for Iwasa.
Look at that corner kick. Sacramento just earns another one right now. Looks like Deckel Kanan on that back post across the face. Zaragoza maybe on the way down, that ball hits his arm. I think it's the right call not to call it. But once again, Sacramento, I think there's good energy and momentum right now. See if they can capitalize.
Sam Warner again. Crowd into it. Ball sailing on him, looking for Tainter. Tainter is gobbled up by Lima, and the Republic bench is incredulous. And so Ray Sari comes in with a hard challenge. And Mccreary will.
What's incredible? I mean, and Andre Lima's got absolutely no idea where the ball is. It would be really. It is a difficult foul to give, Rob, because that's a penalty, and there's still a lot of work to do by Mitchell Tainter.
Maybe the way this is shaped out.
I guess that's the risk reward we talk about. Lima's saying, "I'll take a little risk here. Call a penalty."
Kanan has to backpedal as the wind going toward Josh Cohen's goal here. Josh Cohen has seen very little action in the second half, which I think is just fine by Republic fans here.
Here's a look at that foul, Rob. Lima's got no idea where the ball is. Doesn't know much about what's going on. Just runs Tainter over.
And to run Mitchell Tainter over, you got to be a pretty big size yourself.
Lima's got the mass, Rob, as it looks from up here.
Blackwood making a run. Here's Iwasa. Broken up by Austin.
Well done by Amobi. In a really good spot defensively. Like that ball in the box too from Tyler Blackwood. Whipped in hard with pace. Sacramento's got to keep thinking positive and keep going. Don't get frustrated. Don't get discouraged. Great ball. Unlucky.
And Gomez was asking for potential last touch by Austin. Won't get it.
Really good runs, really good connection and combination play on this right side between Shannon Gomez and Tyler Blackwood the last 5 or 10 minutes.
We'll join the Republic next Saturday, April 13th at Waterman Brewing in Elk Grove for the official watch parties. The Republic take on the Timbers 2 at 5 o'clock. Watch party begins at 4 o'clock. We'll feature giveaways, food, beverage, club trivia, and much more. That game moved at 5 o'clock. It'll be on ESPN Plus only. So we'll have a full 2 weeks off before we are called back to work, Kevin. April 27th match here against Phoenix. I think we'll find Kevin on the golf course with the fam.
That you might.
Sorry in Warner. It's going to be Warner with the left foot. We'll come back to Mccreary. Warner, but the pressure being applied by Sacramento here in this last 15 minutes, Kevin. It has been all Republic right now. But can they finally break through? We're still not at no score.
Good idea. Not going to fault anybody. Get your head down, trying to take somebody on the outside, trying to get something positive, proactive going. Just a little heavy touch by Sam. And Blackwood are shifting back to their normal sides here. Blackwood coming back to the right. Sam going over to the left.
Bonomo, Blackwood, Awasa, Villarreal, Sorry, Werner, along with Mccreary, Tainter, Kane, and Gomez, and of course Josh Cohen in for Sacramento. Warner and Baez. Guadarrama is there as well. Guadarrama will give a bit chase, and Cohen will send it away. Guadarrama came as a substitute late in this one. Was with San Antonio a season ago, a collision in the midfield. As Bonomo goes down, and a foul is whistled by Radosap. Cameron Awasa, 5 goals, 1 assist on the year, 3 penalty kicks. The last one coming on Monday night, but they could not find another and lose 2-1 against Tacoma Defiance. A little back heel looking for something. Guadarrama, the youngster takes a step. Warner the other way. Bonomo looking to time his run, trying to get behind that line, and the flag will go up as a good step. Sarah Mutin to come up forward and watch as Bonomo went past him. One more substitution. Left for Simon Elliott. Will he use it? It's Bonomo and Warner coming late in the second half here. Guadarrama giving chase to Tainter. Back to Cohen. The way in which Austin plays, how many of these scoreless matches, 1-0 matches do you think we'll see from Austin this year?
Well, if they can play and stay organized and compact as they've been, it's going to be a lot. We've seen it the first couple of games; they've been able to do it.
San Antonio did this and worked themselves in the playoffs, but allowing less than 20 goals or something insane.
So Jose Mourinho way, you park the bus, try to go. Doesn't lead to the most exciting matches, I'll tell you that much. Sacramento's did a really good job tonight.
And a great crowd tonight, just hoping to have an excuse to erupt here.
Yeah, and Sacramento, they're knocking on the door right on the cusp, I think the last 20 minutes. And this is, like I said earlier, just can't get discouraged.
This is that time when maybe you try to do too much.
Exposure, and you can expose yourself, exactly.
What happened to San Antonio a week ago.
And that's exactly what these teams thrive on, like Austin here tonight, where they just sit back and just wait for their moment.
Gomez, good battle here with Baez. Who's up, who's down? Well, where does your club sit? We'll find out every Monday. The official USL Championship Power Rankings, USLChampionship.com is where you can find that. Gomez.
So you pull it back. 3 guys. Now move the ball, try to find the middle of the pitch. Great ball. Open
Finding
things up.
Warner. Warner moving with his left foot. Can he get some space? Tries to send a cross in. And this will be a corner kick for Sacramento.
It's a great ball by Ray Sari, skipping everyone out.
Crowd stomping their feet one more time. Tower Bridge Battalion waving the flags, trying to get this thing going. And of course, Jets' momentum continues. Javier Baez goes to the turf. Simon Elliott going to have a talk with Turn Ozdemir, the 4th official here, making sure that the time is kept, but also would like to have him keep an eye on something. How about this? So one more substitution maybe for Sacramento. Will it be Elliott Ford, who was a mainstay along that right side, and you had Shannon Gomez playing the left back position. With the addition of Jordan Mccreary, is that Elliott Ford maybe the odd man out?
Yeah, he might be. It's one of those unfortunate situations. Elliott's been probably the most consistent player for the last 2 years for Sacramento.
Baez may have gotten stung by a bee or a mosquito bite. He goes down, just crumbles. Feels like he's got maybe a hamstring issue, so he is going to be out for this play. Can Sacramento capitalize? Ball driven well, looking for Deckel. It's going to be Villarreal. It's in the net. Sacramento has scored in the 85th minute, and they take the lead against a team that has been tough to beat all night. And it's the kid from Los Angeles that does it after a harrowing accident on the pitch a year ago where he broke his foot and then comes all the way back, and he is storming the training staff and everyone on the sideline. You've got to feel good for Jaime Villarreal.
Katie down there gets it all. It's a full show right there. It's got to be a cool experience. I tell you what, great job, great ball. Served in the box. A little bit of luck, not going to lie here, Rob. It looked like it might have been Jermaine Taylor getting his head down. He's right in front of Diego Restrepo. Diego's probably got an easy read on it, an easy ability to catch it and bring it down. But tell you what, you put things on target, you put things on net, and good things happen, as we just saw right there. So we get another look at this coming through right now. Decent ball in the box. Nobody on Villarreal. And it's going right towards Restrepo, and I believe it's Jermaine Taylor. And he just nods it down. We'll see what how the scorers score this, as an own goal or is that a Villarreal goal? I'm going Villarreal goal. It's on target, right?
Kevin getting confirmation from the stats crew, and they're giving it to Villarreal. He had 1 goal a season ago. Big one here tonight, and a welcome back party officially for number 24, who is out for the second part of the season. Sacramento not done yet, looking for more.
Got to be smart here, though, Rob. You got to keep the ball. Still go when you can go. Not saying sit back, but you got to keep the ball when you have it.
Kogu coming up. Kogu was a big-time striker back in his day in high school. Then went on to UCLA.
Yeah, they're probably bringing a Kogu, moving him up the pitch. Then most likely kind of throwing everybody forward in an effort to get an equalizer here in the last 5 minutes.
So dangerous of a time, though, Kevin, is that you start to feel a little bit good. You've been compact. You've been able to hold possession, and here is an opportunity for Simon Elliott's squad to do exactly what they've done most of this game and take quality chances instead of going for things that just don't work and work into a counter.
Yeah, you won't be surprised if Sacramento starts to make some substitutions in the back just to get some fresh legs in. That's a bad tackle.
Tough challenge, coming back.
Oh, he's lucky. I tell you what, really lucky, Jordan Mccreary, not to concede a foul right there. Really dangerous spot if it was. Corner kick nonetheless, and Sacramento's got to get organized here.
Guadarrama and Hansopoulos racing toward the 4th official. Here's a ball served in, taken away. Still some shoving going on from Warner just outside the box. Backside, here's a chance for Cohen, who snacks it out of the air. Okogu was in the neighborhood. So they're going to review this, and it is going to be an own goal by Jermaine Taylor. So unfortunately for Jaime Villarreal.
I disagree.
But Kevin
I disagree, Rob.
does not agree. And I agree with you. It's on target. But nonetheless.
Pad his stats, man. Give the guy a goal.
Give the guy a break.
Villarreal, 5'7", 5'8", getting a goal on a corner kick. Come on. See, taking a look at this and see how this is scored. You know, the way my school of thought's always, if it's on target, typically give it to the player. Look at this, nothing big, just a short swing, short compact swing.
Yeah, 50-50.
Yeah.
But either way.
I hope he celebrated like it's a goal, and you should go to sleep tonight like it's his goal. Just not going to be official on the stat book.
Well, so Jordan Mccreary making his debut, puts in a shift of 88 minutes and a few seconds after, and it'll be Harris Hatsopoulos to come in, who had the game-tying goal in week 1, and Mccreary getting a standing ovation from the west side of the stands here at Papa Murphy's Park. So Hatsopoulos in for some defensive purposes. Likely will mean Mitchell Taylor will move out left. But Sacramento looked to preserve a victory here in 3 points.
Good debut.
29-year-old Callum Malice lobbing one into the mix. A header, chance for Guadarrama, but it's Cohen to snuff it out of the air.
That does not, a little bit different. That's pulled out just a little bit more. You've got Guadarrama right on the doorstep, not being tracked well enough. And this is where defensively, if you're Sacramento, you've got to be uber aware of everything that's going on and everybody that you're marking. Great job. Just relieve the pressure here. Stays on side.
The left side. No real purpose.
I like to see that ball kept. You know, you're in the 90th minute here, Rob. Try to just kill it down in the corner for a little bit.
So Diego Restrepo on the season, allowing his 4th goal. Sam Warner and company will have a lot of work still to do. It's 4 minutes of stoppage time.
There you go,
coming
Sam.
here at Papa Murphy's Park, and this stoppage time brought to you by Rayleigh's Something Extra Rewards Program. Sign up at Rayleigh's today. Sorry, battling with Alan Malice. Follow the Republic and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, and UFC, and more. ESPNplus.com. Claiborne. 3 in the back. And a nice move by Iwasa to get Jermaine Taylor to force the mistake here. And now it's going to be Blackwood who's going to force it in. And Blackwood comes up hobbling, and that is not good for Simon Elliott, as he has no more substitutions. And now the Republic side pleading for the referee Radosap to stop and blow this whistle dead. Here's a chance for Austin, meanwhile, trying to get something going. Still in the 18, dangerous play as Lima tries to hold it up. Claiborne. Cross sent in, chance for the Austin Bold nearly to tie it up, and they parried it away in a corner kick. Meanwhile, Tyler Blackwood is still down. Finally, the 4th official, Ozimer, raises his flag, and it will be the training staff to come out and check on Tyler Blackwood, who came up limping on that sprint.
Nervy moments. Blackwood, yeah, definitely came up hobbling with that hamstring. But nervy moments in the back for Sacramento. They got to be a little bit more composed and take care of the ball and clear the ball when it comes, when the opportunity presents itself. But definitely looks like a hamstring issue for Tyler Blackwood, which would be not a good position at this point in the season to start dealing with a hamstring issue.
Forget the rest of the season. How about right now is that you now are down to 10 men in this field. If he cannot continue, you have no more substitutions to bring on.
You know, honestly, not the worst thing in the world. You're still going to be packing it in and just hoofing the ball out. So yes, it's going to help you or hurt you if you're trying to relieve pressure and have someone chase down the road, like you just saw Tyler Blackwood try to do. but there's no reason for him to even mess with it to try to come back in the game, in my opinion.
Well, Ben Zemer and Simon Elliott are hot over the play continuing. Meanwhile,
it's back in, and
here's a corner for Austin. Ball sent in low, and this one is into the stands. And it was DiViardi who was able to get ahead on it, but not on target. Republic have outplayed Austin this entire second half, but these last few moments, very nerve-wracking for the 11,000 here at Papa Murphy's Park. Jaime Villarreal sends a dart toward near post on a cross. It was officially listed as an own goal as Jermaine Taylor headed it down. Meanwhile, Tyler Blackwood running gingerly, but appears to be okay for the moment.
Great ball by Kamawasa, right in a very difficult spot.
And Bonomo,
as we just saw, difficult spot for them to deal with, for Austin to deal with. And Bonomo doing what Bonomo does and just works.
Restrepo looking to move it quickly for Austin. Tyler Blackwood takes a tumble. A little miscommunication between his good friend Cameron Iwasa. Fans here ready for that final whistle. Declan Kanan. Malice playing it forward, trying to break the line, and a foul is called on Lima before he takes the crack at it. And Kanan and Lima have to be separated. We'll get updates and alerts all year long. ESPN.com, and you can follow your club individually, which will give you the latest news and scores. Plus, win the Republic, or in this case, Austin Bold will be playing their next match. Make sure you don't miss it. Player that stood out for you for Austin Bold here tonight?
Left back.
Thomas DiViardi. I was going to say the exact same thing.
Go on, Blackwood.
Blackwood going to give chase to Restrepo.
Wonderful. That's exactly perfect. That kid's going to kill the game. That kills the game.
And that is the final whistle. Tyler Blackwood applies the last pressure needed for the evening. It's Jaime Villarreal who will get the heroes cheer post-game tonight. Sacramento just needed one, and they got it. They'll get 3 points, move to 10 points on the year and up to the Western Conference standings. They improved to 3-1-1. Meanwhile, Austin drops to 1-2-1 on the season as they are unable to score a goal in this match on the road. We'll have your final highlights, full stats, and much, much more as the Republic take the victory here at Papa Murphy's Park.
Shannon Gomez come up to you and just say you love you, man. Can you tell me how close this group is?
We're very close. Every time we have time to spend together, we always have fun. So I'm just happy we got the win.
Talk to me about that goal. I know it was a volley that you kind of just found a way to the back of the net. Talk to me about it. What happened there?
It wasn't planned for me to be in second post, but I talked to coach and I was like, I think I should go. And lucky I got it behind the net.
And talk to me a little about your defense, your goalkeeper, and Josh Cohen. How much do those guys mean to you?
Oh, they're our key players. You know, when they're good, we're all good. So this is a good win. Now we got to focus on the next game.
And how about this crowd tonight here at Pop Murphy's Park? How awesome was this crowd tonight?
It was good. It gave me the chills when I scored. So I can't thank them enough.
Awesome. Give it up for our Pop Murphy's man of the match, number 24, Jaime Villarreal. Back to you, Jamie.
This week, Republic FC released new stadium renderings, and we
Welcome back, Republic, with 3 points in the bank as they improved to 10 points on the season, taking down the staunch Austin Bold FC, who were compact, who were good all evening, but in the end, it was one play that would make the difference. Let's take a look at our final highlights, brought to you by NorCal Honda. And a couple of chances for both teams in this, but not enough to really get your nerves rattled, as Sacramento had something early on as Cameron Wassa just could not get the step on Taylor.
Yeah, I think Cam takes the wrong approach, the wrong angle there. Looks like he might be able to get a little bit closer, but Jermaine Taylor is able to cover really nicely. A great little tackle. I mean, this is a great little piece of work here from Tyler Blackwood, and I love everything he does here. Is just that final shot, just not enough in the corner, but still, great piece of work. Testing the goalkeeper, making that proactive move forward, takes it with absolute conviction. A good save there by Restrepo.
Villarreal, and it was Restrepo who, again, another solid performance. He just is a steady keeper. There's really no other way to put it.
Absolutely, makes the saves that's expected, and there's a good chance here by Camos. This is where the game, I think, really kind of opened up, in my opinion. You get this break, and it looks like the Bold Austin were just finally overwhelmed with the amount of pressure that Sacramento was applying all evening.
Well, with 5 goals on the year, why not for Cameron Wassa, who is right in the race for Golden Boot. And then the Republic in this second half, they applied the pressure, and they really had some pretty good opportunities to make something happen. Tyler Blackwood, a decent cross in, making the run. And you found chances, and it was Sacramento working along those flanks. They felt like that was the place where they could attack.
Did a great job, I think, in that second half, the final 20 or 30 minutes. And obviously the cherry on top here, just simple. We talk, how often we talk about that? Just put the ball on target, good things typically happen. And you just see right there, Jermaine Taylor, heavy legs, poor decision, just nods it down in the corner of his own goal. But put the ball on target, good things happen.
Unfortunately, Jaime Villarreal not getting credit for it. It'll go down as an own goal by Jermaine Taylor. Doesn't matter, it's all that matters is the one goal was enough. As Republic owned possession here, a couple of yellow cards for each side, as well as our post-match stats brought to you by Smud. And as we move on, let's take a look at our man of the match. And while I'm going to go in the scorebook, in your heart, Kevin, you'll always know that was a Jaime Villarreal goal.
I'll never forget it. It's always going to be remembered, and I hope Jaime remembers it because it's a good goal. And unfortunately, the statisticians, I think it's the right call at the end of the day, honestly, for an own goal. But still, well done by Jaime Villarreal. I think he kind of filled that role underneath the striker very nicely for a position we don't typically see him playing. Was able to get himself involved in attack, was able to connect with Cam Wassa, connect with those other strikers up there, and ultimately he's rewarded, hopefully he's rewarded in spirit for this goal.
Well, you know what, he's down there running to the sidelines to hug Katie House, who completely helped him get back to where he is. It's
absolutely. They spent a lot of time together, and to see that kind of the fruits of the labor kind of come full circle, it's fantastic.
Results training is the place to be if something happens to you. I have the free plug right there for them. There is Cameron Wassa. The guy's just been a stud all year long. I think you're right. I think he's even more impactful when Stefano Bonomo is in the game, and I think that maybe we might see that a little bit further on here in the next couple weeks.
Absolutely.
So our our zoom image of the match that was, I'm sorry. And here's our upcoming schedule. Get a little lost here in what I'm supposed to do. Western Health Advantage bringing you our upcoming schedule. So at Portland next week, that's a 5 o'clock start, ESPN Plus only. And then back with us on the 27th against Phoenix, and then at Vegas, at Fresno versus Reno here. That should be a big fun rivalry derby coming up on May 11th. Make sure you get your tickets early before they are sold out. I want to thank our entire crew behind the scenes for making this happen. For our producer, Ava Ponte, for Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. Have a great rest of your weekend. The Republic get 1 goal. It would be enough. They'll take the 3 points. They'll move to 10 points overall on this early season and move to 3-1-1 on the year. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you in a couple weeks right here.
Rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.